Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8. First, we will do a little overview of chapter 8. We see that from shlok number 1 to 4, Arjun asks some question to Lord Krishna. And then Krishna tells to us from from this chapter only, 5 to 9 especially, what is our final examination. Being a student, we have lots of examination when we are student, and then after finishing the student life, there are other examination related to our life. Like for example, you need to struggle for your survival, doing some job, some business. Even if you are married, there are some other kind of struggle. And then you are having children, then you have to struggle for them. Until death, some examination. Struggles are like examination. Life will give you lots of opportunities and lots of challenges. And these examination we have to pass. And the main examination comes when our life ends. Means life never ends for a soul, but for this body. So when we have to change this body, that time examination is a final examination, because that time will decide that what kind of next body you are going to have. If at the time of death one person can remember Lord, then he no need to take birth again. So this is very important point, and Krishna is telling from 5 to 9th shloka from 8th chapter. The 9th to shloka 22, Krishna is telling us about Bhagavad Prapti. Bhagavad Prapti means how we can achieve God. If someone come to know that he is soul, and then he start asking question like who is the our father, soul's father, not body's father. So soul's father is the super soul, Lord Krishna. And then they start finding that who is that Lord, who is that God, and how we can achieve him. So Lord Krishna is telling here how we can achieve him. And then shlok number 23 to 28, Krishna says that pure devotional service is the best. What is devotion, or who is a devotee? Who serve Lord with love and affection. So now we are starting this chapter. Shlok number 6 is very here it's from Gita Mahatmya, shlok number 6. Before reading Gita, if we go for Gita Mahatmya, this is like make us realize that how Bhagavad Gita is so important. Sarvopaniषदो गावो दुग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्. Bhagavad Gita is called Gitopanishad. So there are so many Upanishads, 108 Upanishads, and amongst all, the Gitopanishad, Bhagavad Gita is the essence, because this is the theistic science. This is directly spoken by Lord Krishna. So in this shloka it is said that Gitopanishad is like cow, गाय के तुल्य है. और ग्वाल बाल कौन है? Who is the ग्वाला? Who is the coward boy? Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna has spoken Bhagavad Gita for the human being specially. और अर्जुन कौन है? बछड़े के समान है. अर्जुन और सारे विद्वान और शुद्ध भक्त भगवत गीता के अमृतमय दूध का पान करने वाले. So calf is Arjun, and Krishna is actually taking the milk of this cow, Bhagavad Gita, and giving us and Arjuna. True Arjuna giving it to us. So Arjuna is just a medium, but actually we are the people whom Krishna wants to address. People say, Lord doesn't talk to us. Lord talk to us through Bhagavad Gita. So that's why in Bhagavad Gita class or even in your life, just notice yourself how many of questions are related to this material world and how many of questions you ask about the spiritual world. How many of questions you ask about this body and how many of questions you ask about soul. If someone asks question about Bhagavad Gita or from Bhagavad Gita, that means he will progress very fast in spiritual life. If you have no question or you don't want to ask question, then there will be no progress. No risk, no return, like that. More risk, more return. So there should be some questions, because for material studies there are so many questions and question paper in exam, and you need to answer those questions. So similarly, from about spiritual life also, we must ask some questions. In Bhagavad Gita class, 3 people progress in bhakti. First, who listen to Bhagavad Gita class, they progress. Who speak Bhagavad Gita class, they progress. And who ask question in Bhagavad Gita class, they also progress. So now, the best question to pass the final examination. If you are having examination, date is mentioned, question paper is hidden. You will get the question paper in examination hall, you may have to write the answers. But here in final examination, that question is known to everyone, answer is known to everyone, but don't know when the examination will be. It's like a surprise test. So that's why every moment we should remember Krishna, and for that bhakti should be started from childhood. We cannot wait like we will become old and we will do bhakti. That is foolishness. Just before, like I think it's a news of 1 month ago, one person was traveling in AC bogie, AC coach. So then some very very sharp iron rod came into from the window and pierced here in his neck, and he died. So anything can happen. Doesn't matter how old you are old of 80 years, 100 years, or 50 years, or 30 years. We don't know when death will come. So we should be prepare ourselves for final examination. And that's why Arjuna is very intelligent. Krishna likes Arjuna. The best question, how to pass the final examination. Just for example, you are having unit test 1, unit test 2, unit test 3, mid-term exam, like that. But what about the end term final examination? You have to pass that to get the degree. Similarly, in this human life, there will be so many examinations. We will go through so many turbulence, but whatever examination comes, if we struggle through and remember Lord and work on that, and we pass the examination. So we pass examination means, for example, you are in BBA first semester. If you pass the examination, you will come to BBA second semester, and then final semester, like that. So here in our life, there will be examination in every step, and if we pass it, then we will be like progressing. And at the time of death, then there will be final examination. See, for a class 1 student, you cannot give class 10 student mathematics, right? So similarly, you have to come class by class. So similarly, we have to go through many examinations, because our mind is very obstinate. You cannot control the mind without help of Lord Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna tells to Krishna, "Oh Krishna, mind is so obstinate, I cannot control it." Krishna says, yeah, there is very difficulty in controlling mind, but by practice and by detachment, you can do it. It's possible. That's why best question is, at the time of death, how one can remember Krishna. So Arjuna asked this question. So actually, when a child come in the womb of mother, doctor also predict by after 9 months he will take birth, like that, or by this day he will take birth. But we don't know when anyone will die. We don't know about that. So that's why we should always be ready for the final examination. Lord Krishna says in 5th shloka of 8th chapter, Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram yah prayati samadbhavam yati nastatra sangshayaha. Whoever remember Lord Krishna at the time of death, he immediately get his original spiritual body. And there is no doubt, Krishna says in this shloka. So actually, every human being, they got human body to prepare for this final examination. Not knowing this, they're after lots of things. Money, power, name, fame, and they think that it is successful life. But that is not successful life. If you are going after all these material things, you will take birth again in this material world. So successful life means being a human body. If we invest our time, how we can pass our final examination, how at the time of death we can smaran muktva kalevaram, we can remember Lord Krishna. And when we will remember, when whole life we will practice. So the best learning from Bhagavad Gita is what Krishna suggests: always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. When you are falling down somewhere, what word come from your mouth? Oi ma. Yeah, something we see, baap re, like this. But it should come like when you fall down, suddenly, oh Krishna, like that. So unconsciously, Krishna name should come in your mind. Then only at the time of death you can remember Krishna. Or if you see something very surprising, oh Krishna, oh my gosh, oh my God. So on those God is like very generalized things. You take direct name. That is good. Oh Krishna, how surprising it is, like that. So wherever unconsciously or in dream even you can remember Krishna. So slowly you are progressing, that at the time of final examination, when we are leaving this body, we can remember Krishna. For that we need to every day chant some name of Krishna. Chant Harinam, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Again, we are repeating this mantra is not given by any Baba and Bapu. This mantra is given in our Veda, in Kalisantran Upanishad, by Lord Brahma. When Narada asked that how Kali Yuga people will be delivered, Brahma said this mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And also Brahma said that Nata Parata Rupaya. There are no other ways to get delivered from this material world. Again in Brihad Naradiya Upanishad, Hare Rama, Hare Namaiva Kevalam, Kalau Nashteva Gatiranyatha. Hare Nam, only the way to get out from this material world, no other ways. So we should try to chant Harinam every day. I will show you how. Like we should buy. It's very available nearby your any temple, and especially you can find it in ISKCON temple. Beads in Vrindavan, Mathura you can find everywhere. I will show you the beads. So this is the beads, and when you buy a beads like this, 108, how many? 108 should be there. And among 108, from the first bead you have to chant Harinam. Here the Hare Krishna, you should not cross this. If you start from the first beads like this, you can see, and then you will go like this, chanting one, like in one beat, one mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Like this, at last you will come to this, and then you should not cross this, okay? And do not touch by this finger. Again you will mold like this, and then you chant from here, second rounds like this. So this is very important. You will see in all relations, not Hindu, Sanatan Dharma is eternal, but whatever Dharma religions come in this Kali Yuga, Islamic people, Christian, Sikh people, all people chant in beads. You know? The Islamic people, they say tasbih, but they chant Allah's name. Sikh people chant. So we should chant every day in these beads. And Hare Krishna Mahamantra from here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Like this we have to complete. 108 times means one rounds complete. And this way, starting, you may chant less, but slowly and gradually you should come to at least minimum 16 rounds. So then you will see the real change within yourself. So that's why how we can remember Krishna at the time of death? By regularly practicing chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Natah Paratarupaya. There is no other way. So how we can remember Krishna? First is Mansik. Mansik means from mind. We should remember Krishna, and we should go for darshan of Lord Krishna, and then we can remember Krishna's form, Krishna's beauty, Krishna's name. We should visit Vrindavan often so that we can remember Krishna's dham. And Leela Sthali, the pastimes where Krishna visited, like Kaliyada, where Krishna danced on the hood of Kaliya, Nag. And there are like Yamuna river, Yamuna Tiravanachari. Krishna is always there near Yamuna, near the forest of Yamuna, and there are lots of pastimes happened. So like this. Next is Sharirik. Sharirik means bodily. So we should follow our duty, we should obey our duty. Like as a student, you must study every day, you must invest some time for your material studies as well as your spiritual studies, and then you should offer the fruits to Krishna. Like if you are studying and if you are thinking about my result, oh my God, from January this date I am having exam, I should top, that is good. But if you are having pressure on your mind and you are thinking continuously about the fruits, like Lord Krishna says, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana, you should not think about fruits. Fruits should be offered to Krishna, in the hand of Krishna. You should give your 100%. आप चिंता युक्त होकर पढ़ना चाहते हैं कि चिंता मुक्त होकर पढ़ना चाहते हैं? चिंता युक्त means with the tension you will read, with the pressure you will read, then you cannot focus properly because your mind is tensed. And चिंता मुक्त होकर पढ़ना means जो होगा भगवान सही करेंगे, भगवान के ऊपर छोड़ दो. I will give my 100% focus on my studies. I will revise five times whatever is the notes or whatever is the syllabus. So that is your duty as a student. Just obey your duty without thinking of the result. Result should be offered to Lord Krishna. That is a kind of like offering to Krishna. And Bodhik means intelligence. Mind and intelligence should be centered to Krishna. How? How come it's possible? During examination, it's possible. Krishna told Arjuna, when you fight, fight remembering me. During fighting, anything can happen if your mind deviates from here and there. But if you are fixing your mind on Krishna, it's not deviation. If you are not fixing your mind on Krishna, then it is deviation. Even when you are studying, if you are remembering Krishna, you are surrendered to Him and you are studying for exam, it's like a fight again. You will be the winner. But if you are thinking something else other than Krishna, then you cannot even concentrate on your study. So remembering Krishna is strength. Second, 8.6, 8 chapter, 6 shloka. Krishna says, Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tameveti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. So Krishna says to Arjun, at the time of death, whatever one person think, however, like whatever is his consciousness, he will get that kind of body. Just for example, there is a katha, true story in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. Bharat Maharaj, you know who is Bharat Maharaj? Bharat, King Bharat, जिसके नाम पर हमारे देश का नाम भारतवर्ष पड़ा, भरत महाराज. So King Bharata, he was a great devotee of Lord, and he left his kingdom, gave to his sons, and he went to forest for proper devotional service, to practice devotional service for his final examination. And before his death, he get attached to a deer. There was a tiger, and tiger was after deer, and then that deer was pregnant, and so she died, and he saved that child. So he get attached, and then at the time of death, because he had attachment, he got another body of deer. So like nowadays the spiritual people, they always say, don't keep dogs in your house. Why they say? It's not like they hate dogs. It's because dogs is so faithful. It will take your all attention, and 100% you will be attached to the dog. Yes. So at the time of death, if you remember that dog, and certainly you will get, as per this shloka, certainly you will get a dog body. From a human body, demotion will happen to dog body. We should be very compassionate. We should take care of dogs, cat. Why only dogs? Every animal we should take care of. We should feed them Krishna Prasad. Like we should offer something like whatever dogs likes. Like they can eat rice, they can eat chapati. So we offer Krishna, and then we can feed. So it's beneficial for that dog also, because in next birth he will get a human body. So that's why it is said that don't keep dogs, because even some people, they love dogs more than their child because they are so faithful. That's why the spiritual people, they always say don't get attached to anybody else except Lord, because otherwise at the time of death, you remember that person or that animal, you will become the same. So here the best learning is, we are living this life, but with our consciousness we are creating our next life. So how to prepare for final examination? We have to prepare our whole life, okay, for our examination, so that we can remember Krishna at the time of death. And if we cannot remember Krishna at the time of death, then it is like very painful. At the time of death, it's very painful. It's mentioned in the scriptures. But those people who are devotee of Lord Krishna, like Dhruva Maharaj, you see Dhruva Tara, that is the lok of Dhruva Maharaj, Dhruv lok. So when he left body or died, at that time, that was just like a stepping stone for him. That is like a gate to enter in spiritual world for a devotee. But for a non-devotee, it's not like the same. So Bhagavad Prapti, why we need to go to spiritual world? Why we need to achieve God? What are the benefits? Krishna says in 14th shloka, Anannachetaha satatam yo mam smarati nityashaha tasyaham sulabha partha nityayuktasya yoginaha. हे अर्जुन, जो अनन्य भाव से निरंतर मेरा स्मरण करता है उसके लिए मैं सुलभ हूँ, क्योंकि वो मेरी भक्ति में प्रवृत्त रहता है. God is not like you cannot achieve. You can achieve God if you can be a pure devotee of God. Like Ananya Bhava. Ananya Cheta means no Anya, only Krishna. When our mind is, focused here, everywhere, then we cannot focus on Lord Krishna. And when we worship lots of demigods, then we cannot focus on Krishna, because we think that demigods are also God, Krishna is also God, like that. But Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that demigods, devatas and devi, they are servant of Krishna, they are administrative staff of Krishna, and they become very happy when we become Krishna devotee. So that's why Krishna says, Bhagavad Gita clearly mentioned that Ananya Chetaha, Ananya Bhav se, यो माम स्मरति नित्यशः. नित्यशः मतलब लगातार, निरंतर, constant. There should be, it should not be break between. We should remember Lord all the time. And by this way, our mind can become very powerful, focused, and confident. Krishna again says in 15th shloka, Mamopetya punarjanma dukhalayam asaswatam napnuvanti mahatmanaha samsiddhim paramam gataha. Krishna says, Mamopetya, mujhe प्राप्त करके, getting me, God saying getting me, Punarjanma, no birth, no death. No birth means no death. Where Dukhalayam Asasutam. Krishna is saying this material world is Dukhalayam. Dukhalay जैसे पुस्तकालय होता है जहाँ पुस्तक मिलता है, जहाँ किताबें मिलती है, पुस्तकालय. भोजनालय जहाँ भोजन मिलता है, where you get food, that is called bhojanalay. Where you get books, that is called pustakalay. Where you get vidya, knowledge, vidyalay. So like that, dukhalay. This material world is dukhalay. If you are searching happiness in this material world, it's very rare. Now New Year is approaching. We will wish each other Happy New Year, Happy New Year. But for the last year, if you see, the moment of happiness are very less. And there are lots of struggle you have to go through. From the first day of this new year, please check every day. You can write a diary, like how much happiness you got. This world is full of dukhalay. Dukhalay means there people will cry, why it happened to me? Why it happened to me? And not with you. It's happening with everyone. Distress is coming to everyone. Everyone is feeling lonely, frustrated, depressed, tensed. Lots of pressure here. Not only you. Because Krishna says it's dukhalayam. We can't do anything. If you want to settle somewhere, then we have to go to Vaikuntha Loka. And to get Vaikuntha Loka, it's not like scientific development hoga, kuch machine banayenge and we'll go. No, we can't go like this. By only pure devotional service we can go. So that's why this is दुखालयम and अशाश्वतम, शाश्वतम नहीं है. हर कोई यहाँ पे मरेगा. सामान हो, गारंटी पीरियड खत्म होने के बाद वो खराब हो जाएगा. इंसान हो, जानवर हो, डायनासोरस हो, चाहे कुछ भी हो, सबका यहाँ मृत्यु है. अशाश्वतम, नॉट शाश्वतम, नॉट इटर्नल, temporary. So that's why whoever can achieve Lord Krishna, they no need to take birth here again, which is full of distressful situations, full of temporariness. And those intelligent people who can understand this, they immediately accept the instructions of Bhagavad Gita. Next sloka is 19, is very important. भूतग्रामः स एवायं भूत्वा भूत्वा प्रलीयते रात्र्यागमे वशः पार्थ प्रभवत्याह रागमे. So Krishna is saying, when Brahma's days come, Lord Brahma, he stays in Satyaloka, the topmost planet of this material world. And at the night time of Brahma, Pralay comes. All Jiv, they just face the death situation. And when Brahma's days come, they again take birth like that. Pralay keeps happening here. So if you are having headache, you are taking medicines, that is not happiness. So here lots of distress and you are getting some relaxation. Oh, let's go 31st evening, let's enjoy, let's have party. That is not called happiness. Again you will get that situation. People drink, why? To forget the distressful situations. But again when he come into the normal position, then again he will remember the same thing. So we cannot be free here from these stressful conditions. Slok number 21, Lord says, Avyaktoksara ityuktaha tamahu paramam gatim yam prapyana nivartante tadhama paramam mama. जिसे वेदांती अप्रकट तथा अविनाशी बताते हैं, जो परम गंतव्य है, जिसे प्राप्त कर लेने पर कोई वापस नहीं आता, वही मेरा परम धाम है. Lord Krishna is saying about his own abode, that how you can come to my abode, from where you no need to come back. How you can come? Ananya chetaha, by fixing your mind and intelligence into me. See, our intelligence is given by Lord himself. So we should use our intelligence in the service of Lord. And then we can go back to Godhead, Golak Vrindavan. And after getting Golak Vrindavan, you no need to come this material world. So we should try to go to that spiritual world where people are so happy. जब आप बहुत खुश होते हैं, बच्चे को आपने देखा है, you have seen child, they when they are happy, they will sing, they will dance, they will not walk, they will dance, and they will not talk, they will sing like that. So हमें उस अद्भुत दुनिया में चलने की कोशिश करना चाहिए जहाँ हर शब्द गीत है और हर पग नृत्य है. इतना खुश है वहाँ पे लोग. So it is mentioned in our scriptures about that world. And at the time of death, other yogi, other than bhakti yogi means who are devotee of Krishna, other than those people, other people see, oh, this is auspicious moment, this is inauspicious moment, one should die in this moment, then only they will go back to God, like that, like Brahma Jyoti at least. But devotees no need to see any moment. Why? Because they remember every moment Lord, and that's why whenever they die, maybe they die by accident, may they die any way, they will go back to Godhead. Krishna guaranteed this in Bhagavad Gita. Slok number 28, Krishna says, Vedeshu yagyeshu tapahasu chaiva daneshu yat punya phalam pravishtam Atyeti tat sarvamidam viditva yogi param sthanamupeti chadyam. Those people who become devotee of Lord Krishna, Krishna says, whatever people get the fruits studying Vedas, doing some big yajna, sacrifices, doing some donations of money or some properties, or doing some good deeds, sakam karma means punya phalam, they will get all the benefits just chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So by just chanting on their beats, they will get all the benefits. A devotee no need to go and it's not compulsory for them that they will go for Char Dham. They need to go for every sacred river to take bath. They just sit at home and they just chant Harinam, which is food for the soul. They will get all the benefits. This is the proof Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. जो व्यक्ति भक्ति मार्ग स्वीकार करता है वो वेदाध्ययन, तपस्या, दान, दार्शनिक तथा सकाम कर्म करने से प्राप्त होने वाले फलों से वंचित नहीं होता. यानी उसको सब कुछ मिल जाता है, सब फल मिल जाता है. Just like in 2000 rupees notes, all notes are already included. 500, 100, 200 included. Similarly, if we are serving Krishna, all benefits will be already provided by Krishna. वह मात्र भक्ति संपन्न करके इन समस्त फलों की प्राप्ति करता है और अंत में परम नित्य धाम को जाता है. He will get all the benefits just chanting Harinam, and at the time of death he will just go back to Godhead. So this is the Navavidha Bhakti. Navavidha means we should listen about Lord Krishna. Shravanam, just now we are doing. Kirtanam, we should chant Harinam. We should sing Harinam. We should talk about Krishna is Kirtanam, Smaranam. We should remember Krishna all the time. Pada Sevanam, we should offer some tulsi, some flowers at the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Archanam, we should do puja of Lord Krishna. And Vandanam, we should sing some prayers for Lord Krishna. Vandana, we should do something for Krishna. And then Daisyam, we should accept that we are servant of Lord Krishna. Sakyam, we should accept Lord Krishna as our best friend. And we should surrender ourselves to Lord Krishna. So this Navavidha Bhakti is very important for progressing in spiritual life. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said, 12th canto, 3rd chapter, slok number 51. Kalir dosha nidhe rajan asti he ko mahan gunaha kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta sangaha param brajet. हे राजा, यद्यपि कलियुग दोषों का सागर है, फिर भी इस युग में एक अच्छा गुण है. केवल हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र का कीर्तन करने से मनुष्य भवबंधन से मुक्त हो जाता है और दिव्य धाम को प्राप्त हो जाता है. So when Parikshit met Kali Yuga, Parikshit, Parikshit is Arjuna's son, Abhimanyu's son. So Arjuna's grandson, Pandava's grandson. So he was the king of the earth at that time. And he met Kali Yuga because this time was like when he was the king, then Kali Yuga approaching, because Dwapar Yuga finished now. So Kali Yuga is a personality, and he saw Kali Yuga that he was like torturing cows. So he wanted to kill him. But Immediately Kali took shelter of Parikshit Maharaj. Please give me shelter, you are the king. Then Parikshit Maharaj didn't kill Kali Yuga. Why? If he killed Kali Yuga, if he would kill Kali Yuga, then there would be no Kali Yuga. Why he didn't kill? Because this Kali Yuga is very special. In Satyuga, humans, their life is about 1 lakh years. And Treta Yuga is 10,000 years. Dwapar Yuga is 1,000 years. And Kali Yuga only 100 years. But in this 100 years, they just can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and go back to Godhead. In Satya Yuga, one should do Dhyan. Satya Yuge, Dhyan. Dhyan means they have to meditate 1,000 years. Then too they may not able to please Lord Krishna. In Treta Yuga, Yajna. Yajna means lots of expenses. And then also they might please Lord Krishna. And it's not easy for every normal people. In Dwapar Yuga, Paricharyayam means puja. It's not like simple puja. Then again, you have to spend lots of money. But in Kali Yuga, you don't need to spend anything. Just buy this. This is made of. You can buy bel, bel patra. You offer to Lord Shiva. That bel tree is very auspicious. You can buy a bel. It's only 20 or 30 rupees. Or it is made of neem tree, and Jagannath, Lord Jagannath in Jagannath Puri, the neem tree, the deities is made. So it's very auspicious. Buy 120 or 30 rupees and just chant, no expenses, and one can go back to Godhead. So this is the special quality of Kali Yuga. So we should see the opportunity of Kali Yuga, that just chanting Harinam we can please Lord Krishna. So this mantra is given by Lord Brahma in Kalishantaran Upanishad, that iti shodashaka namnam, this 16 name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Kali kalmasha nashanam, Kali ka kalmash nash karega, Kali kalmasha nashanam. Kali kalmash kya hai? People are intolerant, there is lots of envy, lots of anger inside us. So these all kalmash, all the impurities will be impurities will run away from ourself itself. And nataha paratarupaya, no other way, sarva vedeshu drishyate. All the Vedas already studied by Lord Brahma, already he knows every Veda, so he is saying there is no other way other than Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And even in Chaitanya Charitamrita also it is written in Adi Leela 7.73 and 74. These are the scriptures. So we should learn spiritual life about spiritual books, spiritual scriptures given by Lord himself. Krishna mantra haite habe sanchara motion. This is actually Chaitanya Charitamrita is in Bengali, so I will sing like this tune. Krishna mantra hoite habe samsara mochana, Krishna nama hoite pabe Krishnera charana, nama binu kali kale nahi ara dharma, sarva mantra sharanama e sastra marma. Namo binu kali kale nahi ara dharma. Except this Hari Nam, there are no other religion, no other dharma in this Kali Yuga. That's why every religion you will see, they chant in these beads. They chant name of Lord in these beads. It's very important. Sarva mantra sar e sastra marma. This is the essence of all mantras, taking Hari Nam. So we should accept the scriptures as it is, and at least we should chant from today itself. In the new year, resolution should be, we should feed our soul every day. At least today itself, you can chant 1 round. It's not very difficult. Only 7 minutes it will take. for one round completing. And you can round lots of rounds as much as you want. There is no side effect. So at least we should take this resolution for our soul. Thank you very, very much. Hare Krishna.